welcome back for another video. Today's video is a short and sweet one on the upcoming blank game weeks and strategy to approach them. We've talked plenty about double GW26 already, however if you missed the two videos on double GW26 they'll be on screen at the end. There's lots to be gained from double game weeks, but there's also lots to be gained from the blank game weeks if you're well prepared. There's two blank game weeks coming in the near future, which is what we'll discuss today, along with strategy to approach them. A quick thank you to the newest YouTube members and Patreons, Rahul, Jacob, Rodri and Chris. If you'd like to support me by becoming a member or a Patreon, the perks are the same and the links are in the description, which includes early access to videos and a private channel on the Discord where I'll give team feedback. So the first blank is the smaller of the two, which is in Gameweek 27. The reason this is a blank is because Chelsea and Liverpool play each other in the League Cup final, which clashes with Gameweek 27. Here's a complete look at the fixture ticker from here to Gameweek 30. In Gameweek 27, Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool blank. Leicester did have a blank too, but their postponement versus Burnley was moved to Gameweek 27, which is why Burnley have a double and only 3 teams blank. As you can see, Arsenal and Liverpool double immediately before in Gameweek 26. You very likely have 3 Liverpool players, which means in Gameweek 27 you immediately need to call upon your entire bench, and you may also have Arsenal players or perhaps even a Chelsea player. And you may also have players on your bench who are not starting. If you've got 4 or more players blanking, then one route you could take is to sell a player who has a blank game week and avoid using your free hit. However, make your moves as late as possible because there is a chance of Arsenal versus Chelsea getting a double game week in 28. If this gets announced, then dropping Arsenal players may not be worth it. The other route is to free hit, which lets you jump on the players who have a good fixture, such as Tottenham versus Leeds, Man United versus Watford and Man City versus Everton. This lets you keep all your Liverpool players and your Arsenal players, particularly if they get the double game week 28. The other blank game week in the near future is in Gameweek 30, which will be the biggest blank game week of the season. The reason this is a blank is because the FA Cup quarter-finals clash with Gameweek 30 and there's still 9 Premier League teams in the FA Cup. This is a graphic from Ben Crellin which lists the fixtures in Gameweek 30. Red means that they're still in the FA Cup and green means that they're out. Currently there's only 3 fixtures guaranteed to go ahead in Gameweek 30, which are Leicester versus Brentford, Wolves versus Leeds and Aston Villa versus Arsenal. The rest is dependent on the FA Cup results. Ben has calculated the percentage chance of the fixtures becoming blanks based on the bookies odds. Worst case scenario, they could all end up blanks, however there could be an upset or two and we end up with 5 fixtures going ahead. The FA Cup games are played just before Gameweek 28, so we'll know by then, which gives us a few game weeks to plan. If Gameweek 30 ends up a significant blank game week, then it may not be worth using the free hit for such low upside. Instead, it could be more effective to ride it out with 8 or 9 players starting and save the free hit for a later double game week. Your blank Game Week 27 transfers could also be used with Game Week 30 in mind. For example, bringing Coutinho in for Jota might be an option. This is a graphic from Lego Mane FPL which gives a good overview of all the postponements. There's 13 fixtures here to be rescheduled, plus all of the blanks the FA Cup will cause. So if you can scrape through Game Week 30, then you may get more upside keeping the free hit in your pocket for a later game week. The simple way of looking at it is you could free hit to get players like Coutinho or Dino in Game Week 30, which gives you an extra fixture, or you could free hit in somewhere like Game Week 36 where you could have players like Kane and Son also getting an extra fixture, plus the captaincy potential. One popular strategy is to dead end your team in Game Week 30 by making transfers for players who you may not want long term, and then wildcarding immediately after in Game Week 31 to refresh your team and attack the remainder of the season. If you've used one or both free hits, then the planning covered in this video is particularly important and something to bear in mind. My plan is to ride out Game Week 27 and then wait for the FA Cup results before deciding whether to free hit in Game Week 30. As we saw on Ben Crellin's graphic, Burnley versus Southampton is the least likely to blank, and in my case I've got Livramento and Brozier, plus I'm considering Weghorst who has the double game weeks and he may not blank in 30 either. I quite like the idea of dead ending my team in Game Week 30 and then wildcarding immediately after with a free hit saved, but as always we need to remain flexible and not rigid with our strategy. If you found today's video useful, please drop it a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. See you soon for the next one.